Hello and good evening, everyone, to the www.thepapare.com's live coverage of the boys under 15 All Ireland Championship live from the St. Peter's College basketball courts. And today we got two matches going on. That is the Consolation finals and the finals. The Consolation finals will be between Gateway College and the host St. Peter's College. And in the final we got St. Joseph's College going head-on against the Royal Institute. It has been 5 days of excellent basketball being dished out by these young lads, and we are hoping to see two more excellent games. Of course, yesterday's semi-finals was really intense, right down to the wire, and it will all come down to the team that has the most amount of fuel in their pockets, really. And right now, and with me I have got Lelum, who will be joining me in the commentary box.
Thank you, CJ, and a very good afternoon to all our viewers joining around the globe on www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. If you're joining from anywhere around the globe, it's the Under 15 All Ireland Basketball Championship, live and exclusive on thepapare.com, brought to you from St. Peter's College basketball courts. CJ very rightly mentioned, we have two matches today lined up for you. The third place playoff, or rather the Consolation finals, and of course the finals, the big game, the big clash between the Josephians and Royal Institute of Colombo. And this third place playoff will be played between Gateway College Colombo and St. Peter's College Colombo, the hosting team for today. Unfortunately, St. Peter's College Colombo were one of the favorites. They were marked to become one team in that final game to play against St. Joseph's, but yesterday it was a pretty bad day in office for them. They lost to Royal Institute of Colombo by a 20-point margin. That was not the basketball they used to play during the group stages, and it's surprising that they are right here in this third place playoff and not in the finals.
Yes, and St. Peter's was one of the teams that won their qualifiers, actually the Colombo South zonal qualifiers. They were the champs, and they actually beat Royal Institute in that final. But unfortunately, they kind of not in the right mentality to pull it off yesterday.
It will be interesting because in this match between St. Peter's College versus Gateway College, St. Peter's College is unbeaten in group stage, and they beat British School in Colombo in the quarters, and they lost to Gateway College Colombo in the semi-final. But the most interesting fact is, during the group stage matches, St. Peter's College beat Gateway College Colombo, and the Gateway College went on to beat Colombo National School in the quarterfinals. And that match between St. Peter's College versus Gateway College Colombo, St. Peter's won by 3 points, so it was a close game. It was cut right down to that last minute, but nevertheless St. Peter's College emerged winners. So they will be looking to do the same here in this third place playoff as well, and position themselves as the third place winners of this Under 15 All Ireland Championship. St. Peter's College played in the Colombo South Zone, where the zonal qualifiers were held around 1 month prior to this All Ireland Championship. St. Peter's College emerged as the winner, and from the Colombo South Zone, St. Thomas's College, Royal Institute, Lyceum International, Panadura Asian International School and Royal College qualified for this All Ireland Championship. Those are the statistics and what happened right prior to this game. So it's all set here at St. Peter's College basketball courts to commence this game. Currently the teams are warming themselves up, and we'll be back with you when action resumes and the match is all set to get underway.
Follow Sri Lankan sports, obviously, even while you're traveling. How do you do that? Well, I follow. I always keep an eye on the cricket. I know the match is starting in a few more minutes, and the internet is a great way to do it. And initiatives like ThePapare.com, and it gives us so much information, excellent access, excellent insights. And I've noticed now that I played the game. There are a huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to reading about the game and so I think the ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So congratulations and well done to the ThePapare.com, because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world to have a deep insight, an intricate look into sports, and also follow live scores, results, and news. That's an ideal way.
Well, you're at the right place, sharing the passion here with Kumar Sangakkara. Kumar, thanks very much for joining us here.
What you think? The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
Second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින්. රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
What's happening here? The time for
Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
follow Sri Lankan sports, obviously, even while you're traveling. How do you do that?
Well, I always keep an eye on the cricket. I know the match is starting in a few more minutes. And the internet is a great way to do it. And, initiatives like ThePapare.com, and it gives us so much information, excellent access, excellent insights. And I've noticed now that, I played the game. There are a huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than, we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to, reading about the game and so I think the ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So, congratulations and well done to the ThePapare.com, because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world to have a deep insight, an intricate look into sports, and also follow live scores, results, and news, that's an ideal way.
Well, you're at the right place, sharing the passion here with Kumar Sangakkara. Kumar, thanks very much for joining us here.
What you think? The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
Second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින්. රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
What's happening here? The time for
The Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
You follow Sri Lankan sports, obviously, even while you're traveling. How do you do that?
Well, I always keep an eye on the cricket. I know the match is starting in a few more minutes. And the internet is a great way to do it. And, initiatives like ThePapare.com, and it gives us so much information, excellent access, excellent insights. And I've noticed now that, I played the game. There are a huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than, we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to, reading about the game and understanding. So I think the ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So, congratulations and well done to the ThePapare.com, because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world to have a deep insight, an intricate look into sports, and also follow live scores, results, and news, that's an ideal way.
Well, you're at the right place, sharing the passion here with Kumar Sangakkara. Kumar, thanks very much for joining us here.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
Second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින්. රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
What's happening here? The time for
Welcome back on www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. Joining live and exclusive to this live stream, rather the live telecast of the Under-15 All-Island Basketball Championship, brought to you by Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, www.thepapare.com. St. Peter's College will take on Gateway College Colombo for the third place playoff, while right after this match we will bring you the action of the final, where St. Joseph's College Colombo 10 will take on Royal Institute Colombo. for the final of this tournament. A number of zonal qualifiers were played a month prior to this All-Ireland Championship. Rather, 5 zonal tournaments were played. Colombo North, Colombo South, Gampaha, Kurunegala and Ambalangoda, where from Colombo North, Colombo International School, British School in Colombo, St. Joseph's College, Gateway College qualified, Colombo South, St. Peter's College, St. Thomas's College, Royal Institute, Lyceum International, Panadura Asian International School, Royal College qualified into the All-Ireland Championship, while from Gampaha Son, Lyceum International School, Vattala Marisla College, OK International and St. Joseph's College, and Erimulla qualified, and from Kurunegala, Azad Central College, St. Anne's College, Gateway College Kandy, Kingswood College, and from Ambalangoda, Mahinda College and PDS Kularatna College qualified for this Under-15 All-Ireland Basketball Championship. It's been excellent basketball played in and out for 5 days. And right, we are here to the final day of this boys championship, where these 4 teams will now compete for the first, second and third, fourth places respectively. And all these matches will be brought to you live from on ThePapare.com. There you go, that's the Gateway College starting 5. Mirtesh Truagaraja, Tarin Ranavaka, Dwayne Dimel, Binita Chandrasena, Roshan Aravind, the starting lineup for Gateway College Colombo. Gateway College currently warming themselves up. That's the formation. CJ?
Yes, and we can see Mirtesh, he's the point guard, and Tarin is going to be the shooting guard, with Dwayne on the small forward position, and then Benita and Roshan will be taking hold of the power forward and center positions respectively.
That's how the formation will be for Gateway College to commence the first quarter of this match. There you go, that's Gateway College warming themselves up, practicing themselves for this all-important third place playoff. And of course, right after this, it will be the final, where St. Joseph's College will take on Royal Institute Colombo. That's the St. Peter's College, and there you go, that's the St. Peter's College starting lineup, the first 5. Heshan Kanaratna wearing the number 9 jersey, Arij Adam wearing the number 10 jersey, Hamad Hamid wearing the number 30 jersey, Hani Rahim wearing the number 12 jersey, and Joshua Godwin wearing the number 6 jersey for St. Peter's College. Will start proceedings for the Peterites. Let's take a look at the St. Peter's College formation, the starting formation.
Yeah, and we can see on the screen right now, Hamad Hamid is the point guard for St. Peter's, with Heshan and Arij taking over as the shooting guard and small forwards. And Hani and Joshua, well, they have been very, very instrumental in the Peterite victories during this whole tournament. But however, yesterday was a bit of an off day for them. So Hani will be taking over as the power forward, and Joshua Godwin will be going in as a center.
CJ, Gateway College lost to St. Peter's in the group stage, and now they are here battling it out for the third place. Probably St. Peter's will look on to repeat the performance. They will look on to beat Gateway College. It was a close game in the group stage as well. It was a 3-point game where St. Peter's College went on to win it. What do you think this game will be? Who will be the top team?
Well, in this game, it's going to be a really tough call, really, because Gateway College has been improving from game to game. However, with a little bit of pressure applied to them, they sort of kind of lose the plot, because that's what happened yesterday when they played against St. Joseph's. They just kind of just lost it during the, like one guy was just fouled out. I'm not quite sure who it was, but once he got fouled out, they just kind of lost the plot. And they also have injuries in their bench. So St. Peter's has a slight advantage in their favor. However, if their head is not in the game, they might lose this one easily.
St. Peter's College 2 lost the plot yesterday when playing against Royal Institute Colombo. They lost by 20 points in their second semi-final game of this championship, and that is the exact reason why they are in this consolation final. It's all set here. The teams warming themselves up, going through the final rituals.
Yeah, and also like most of the teams in Sri Lanka, when it comes to basketball, well, they don't prepare themselves for the long run really, because you can see most of the kids, they look tired out there, especially in this kind of weather where it's really, really hot. And if you don't get your hydration right during the pre-match proceedings, you're just gonna come out of the game with cramps and injuries.
Indeed, this weather is playing a lot in these matches, not just basketball. Every sport that's happening around the country these days, it's very hot out there, and in fact that's the exact reason why there's a bit of a late start today due to this weather factor. It's quite hot out there, so the federation, after talking with the education department of Sri Lanka, they've managed to find a new time to commence these matches. And of course the under 15 girls tournament will also commence tomorrow. You can catch the live updates on ThePapare.com. There you go, the clock is on, the referees are ready. It will be a cracker of a game. St. Peter's College is coached by Siva Shakti Selvaraja, while Tarindu Fernando will be coaching Gateway College Colombo. Both two experienced coaches.
Yes, and Lennon, what do you think about the standards really of junior basketball in this country right now? Like, are we heading in the positive way right now, or are we just kind of stagnated in one place?
I think we are heading the right way if we continue to play for this structure for the upcoming years as well. Not this year, but we have a good structure for this year. We have played 5 zonal games prior to this All-Ireland Championship, so teams have been filtered. So all the teams have got a chance to contest to the All-Ireland Championship. They played the zonals, the winners came here to the All-Ireland Championship. They played the matches. Teams who didn't perform well dropped out. The best teams are here. So there has been a certain structure, but the most important factor is that the federation should make sure that they continue to play to this structure for the upcoming years as well, and not to drop this structure from this year, but make sure that they continue this structure for the upcoming years. And if we do continue this structure, if we do keep zonals, if we take teams, if we give teams chances to play, and then select the best of the best, indeed, under 15, or rather the junior basketball in Sri Lanka will surely be in a good state.
Well, yes, and on the screen right now, you can see the players already sweating it out. It's indeed hot out there. I took a small walk around the court during the break, and I just felt the heat. And then when I came up to the commentary box, it's still hot inside here as well. So that's the kind of heat that the players have to go through right now. And I spoke to Coach Silva from St. Peter's, and I asked him about what happened in yesterday's game. And he wasn't quite disappointed with their performance, but he just said it was just an off day and anything can happen in the game of basketball. So that is the right kind of attitude that coaches and players should have in this country, especially in the junior levels. And I tried speaking to Tarindu, but I guess he was more concentrated on the game ahead, really. So I couldn't get any comments from him.
Well, indeed, there are bad days in office for everyone, but then you just got to go back to the backboard, get back to your process, analyze, and then come back, bounce back strong. So surely St. Peter's will have a new plan to play against Gateway. That's the second whistle we just heard. So it's going to be all set here for the game. They will commence shortly. We can see the players going to their respective dugouts. Gateway College dressed in dark blue and black, and of course white and blue are the Peterites, the hosting team for these under 15 All-Ireland Basketball Championship 2017. That's the Gateway College team for you on the screen. You can see the faces of those young lads. It's really, really hot out there. A lot of feel for them. It's tough playing conditions, not easy. A lot of fitness and stamina will be used. They will need loads of it to continue this game in a really, really good manner. If you're just joining live from anywhere around the globe, it's www.thepapare.com, ladies and gentlemen, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, and we are bringing you the live action of this under 15 All-Ireland Basketball Championship. Third place playoff, St. Peter's College taking on Gateway College, brought to you from St. Peter's College Basketball Complex. St. Peter's do have the home court advantage, so I'm pretty sure they will take a lot of use from that.
Yes, well, as you can see, well, like from the two, having a look at the two dugouts, the two teams really, there's not much of a height difference. They're equally equal on the height, and when it comes to strength and stamina, I would go with the St. Peter's team there. They really have the right amount of energy to go hard right throughout the game. And you can see on the Gateway side, there's already an injury. I'm not quite sure. I think his name is Shane, and he had an ankle injury during the quarterfinals, so he had to be taken out of the squad. Unfortunate for him. He was there starting center really, and he did play a good session or two during that game.
Two referees for the game, Tusita Yatigammana and Charit Pereira, will be blowing the whistle in the middle for this third place playoff. Gateway College, the final team huddle just before this all-important match.
Just the final prayers, trying to get that morale boosted right before the game. Gateway College looking to win this game because to get some sweet revenge really after losing that group stage game against St. Peter's. And St. Peter's will be looking to win this and leave this tournament on a high note really. Well, yeah, because they are the hosts, so there's a lot of pressure on them really to actually win this game in front of the home crowd. Whereas Gateway has nothing much to go on except to get revenge on that group stage loss, which was a close game, losing out by 3 points. So the key players really to watch out for Gateway is Mirtesh, number 30. He's the star player in that team. More like a Rondo, really, for Gateway College. And for St. Peter's, it's Hani that has to be looked out for. The officials waiting for the clarification of the time. Small delay. So tip-off will go underway in a few seconds now. Nerves are kicking in. Who's going to prevail as the third best team in Sri Lanka? There seems to be a small issue with the team cards. They had this issue yesterday as well. I guess it was the numbers. And the game is all set to go. Tip-off is up, and Gateway wins the ball. So they're going to bring the ball up court. Tarin controlling the ball. It's going to look to drive with the screen. Drives into the baseline. Takes a shot. Misses. It's going to go out, and St. Peter's will get the ball.
First offensive position for St. Peter's College. Gateway College wins the traditional jump ball start. Let's see what St. Peter's College is up to. Sends it over to the post. Takes the first jump shot. Misses it. Rebounded. Back again outside the perimeter. Tries for a three-pointer. Off the ring. Unfortunate. Gateway College ball. So both the teams yet to commence scoring. It's the first quarter that is underway. There you go. That's the replay. The shot from the three-point line. Very unfortunate. Hit the ring and bounce back off. They will take a little bit of time to settle down into this game.
British bringing the ball up. He's one of the players you should look out for. Passes the ball. Tarin drives to the left, to the middle. Looks for the pass. And he loses position. Good steal there by St. Peter's. Gonna move the ball up fast. And traveling violations have been called.
Maybe that player should have cut in instead of cutting it out. Maybe that if that player cut in and that pass came parallelly, he should have gone to a layup and maybe they could have scored points. Unfortunately, St. Peter's misses on another chance. Gateway College in possession here. Tries to place over screen, drives, tight defense outside the perimeter, takes a shot, once again bouncing off, rebounded by St. Peter's College. St. Peter's on a fast break opportunity here. Beautiful break of rhythm, and St. Peter's College scores the first couple of points.
Yes, excellent play there by St. Peter's. Driving in, either score or you draw the foul. So that's excellent play there by St. Peter's. Mirites takes a shot, misses very short, rebounded by Gateway, and again misses, and St. Peter's bringing it up court really fast, and he lays it in. Excellent job there by Hamad, number 30.
There you go. I told you St. Peter's College will use their home court advantage a lot. And fast breaks, CJ can really change the aspect of the game.
Indeed it can. Mirites driving through a lot of traffic, makes an awkward looking shot, misses it. St. Peter's with the rebound, bringing it up. Ahmad controlling the ball, and number 10, Arij takes a shot, misses. Rebounded by St. Peter's, they have it back. Another shot being taken, and it goes in. An excellent shot there by Arij.
It's a three-pointer.
Timeout being called there by Gateway College.
Interesting. Yes, that's a very tactical timeout called by Tharinder Fernando to break off the momentum. St. Peter's got on to a beautiful start. There he goes, 7 minutes and 39 seconds to be precise remaining on the clock. 7-0, St. Peter's College leads this game with a three-pointer already inside the basket. So interesting start for St. Peter's. They tried a couple of shots outside the perimeter. First two attempts were off. They missed the two shots, but the third attempt was in. It was very good. The fact that they started trying shots outside the perimeter, get into the rhythm, and then finally they managed to get one in.
That's excellent. That's actually excellent the way to start off the game. You know, just try to test your range, and if it doesn't work out, you know, start driving in, get those 2 points, or even just draw in the fouls. See, they know Gateway College is a team that falls into a lot of foul issues. So with that being said, it's an excellent play there by St. Peter's College.
Also, CJ, speaking about the rebound factor, we did see St. Peter's College were on top clearly for these 3.5 minutes. They were on top of the rebound factor. They managed to grab the offensive rebounds and all the defensive rebounds as well. So Gateway College, they need to really work on their defensive, rather the offensive and defensive rebounds both. First possession after the timeout. Gateway College with the ball, plays off a screen, drives through the baseline. Really good defense there, anticipating the player. He exactly closed that lane. There you go. Completely took off that offensive play. Into the post. Tries to find that free lane. Fails. Back on outside the perimeter. Plays off another screen. Goes through the middle lane. Mishandling of the ball first time, but the second attempt is good from Gateway College. They score their first points finally. 7-2 is the score. Gateway College trailing by 5 points.
Just Benita Chandrasena making sure that he got hold of the rock and converted those 2 points. And a traveling violation has been called. Just unforced errors here really by St. Peter's College. They need to minimize that factor. Mirites controlling the ball, looking for a screen, takes a shot way from outside the 3-point line and lands it. Excellent shot there by Mirites. St. Peter's bringing the ball up. Scoreline now 5-7 in favor of St. Peter's College.
See how quickly the game changed. Now Gateway College is just trailing by a couple of points with that three-pointer going in. Playing off another screen. St. Peter's College sends it outside the perimeter. Shot is on. Misses it. Rebounded by Gateway College. They're on the break. Slows down. Going in for a set play. Playing off the screen. Good play there. But not a really good shot. Should have had a bit more power in it.
Maybe he should have just pump faked and try to drive in. They need to drive in more, really. The screen alone set up a beautiful 1 versus 1 situation, but the Tarin. Oh, I think the ball's gone back to Gateway College, and he scores that. Excellent play there by Roshan, really.
So with the 5 minutes remaining on the clock, scores are equal here, 7-all. St. Peter's tries a shot outside the perimeter. Missed, but rebound is good. Sends it to Adam. Arij drives in through the middle lane, tries to draw the foul, and he does it quite well.
A little bit of argy-bargy there.
And it's an and one situation. So let's see whether Arij can score this point and score 3 points for his team. 9-7 is the score. Gets it in. Score moves up to 10-7. St. Peter's leading by 3 points. Once again, playing off that screen. Sends it in. Good double team defense. Very good defense by St. Peter's College. Knew exactly where the pass is going. Cut it off beautifully. He had the screen, he didn't use it. Not sure why. Stolen by St. Peter's College. So good defense by St. Peter's College here. Unfortunately, there a little tap onto the ball, but the rebound is good. Goes for the jump shot. Blocked outside the perimeter once more. Arij driving in. Gets the lane. So 12 points to 7. St. Peter's College dominating this game so far.
Excellent play there by Arij. Taking the contact and making sure he makes those 2 points there. Tarin with the ball now, looking to drive in. He runs into traffic, awkward looking shot, but still manages to get it in there. Excellent play there by Tarin. However, no matter how awkward that shot looked. St. Peter's bringing the ball up. It's just a 3-point game, really. Taking their time, sends the ball up post, and shot.
Fancy looking shot, completely missed it. Rebound is not good. Gateway College on the break. Slows the pace down. It's very tricky if that ball crossed over. It's going to be backcourt violation. I'm not pretty sure that's what Gateway College won at this time. Goes for the 3-pointer, misses it. Ball back to St. Peter's College. Arij with the fast break. I think he should have gone to the shot himself and not opted the pass. If he had gone to the shot himself, maybe he should have drawn a foul. And he would have been on the line for a couple of free throws. But he decides to pass. And the passing lane was not quite free.
However, full credit there to Gateway College for hustling back and defending it. Or else it would have been a sure 2 points there. That's what they got to do. When you defend, you got to get into the heads of the offensive player. And it's traveling. Not quite sure what the call was.
Tusiti Atigammana, the referee, and Charit Pereira, the two referees, are blowing it off today. Free lane goes. That's a foul. That's a foul there. Good call from the referee. So he'll be on the line for a couple of free throws. Very important that they get these free throws in the early stage of the game. St. Peter's College gets 1 out of 2 free throws. Score moves up to 13. The second attempt. 2 out of 2 for St. Peter's College. So good show by the Peterites at the start of this game. They are leading this game currently comfortably. And CJ, when a team leads in the first quarter, it really helps mentally for them to come into the rest of the game, because they can really bank on that lead.
Yeah, this was a kind of scoreline, really, that the scoreline in yesterday's match when Gateway took on St. Joseph's. Shot from way outside the perimeter, misses it. Gateway trying to hustle and get the ball back. St. Peter's controls it really well though. There's a lot of space in the middle there. It's going to go drive in. Draws in the foul.
So another chance for St. Peter's to score some free throws, free points for them. Misses the first one, very unfortunate. The target was way off. That particular time, both the free throws were out, so no points scored in that opportunity. Gateway College trying to drive in. The lanes are closed. Heavy defense by St. Peter's. Tries to shot outside the perimeter. Missed. Rebounded by Gateway College. Good defense by St. Peter's College. They are doing the zone defense. And the best thing what they're doing is CJ, they're closing those lanes where Gateway College players will use to drive in. And that's the exact reason why Gateway College is finding so hard to drive in and lay those shots in.
Yeah,
Manish.
And Gateway College they just look like they have a stock set of set plays. It's just a screen, an excellent 3-point shot there by St. Peter's, widening this gap little by little there, making sure they can get a good lead at the end of the first quarter. See, another screen comes in, but St. Peter's are expecting those screens in. Milites tries to drive in from the middle and score, but instead draws in the foul.
If you see in the defense of St. Peter's College, the two post players are inside the D because they exactly know that Gateway College will use those two lanes to drive in, and once they pass the two players up front near the perimeter, it'll just be those two, and it's easy defense here for St. Peter's College, making full use of the free throw opportunities. Gateway College scores one. They have another one to score.
And he misses it. A fortunate miss there. So the point difference is 7 points now in favor of St. Peter's. Loses control of it. Gathered by Gateway. Mitesh brings it up. Drives in and misses it. Rebounded by Akindu. Sends it out. Mitesh with the long shot. Way off target. And Hamad bringing the ball up really fast for Peters. Blocked. Well played there by Iflal.
He just lacks support. The other two lanes on the other side of him should have been filled. Should have gone for a passing long range effort. Completely missed.
I'm sensing a little bit of tiredness from the players. Now they're just making long range shots and unwanted mistakes. Viritesh casually bringing the ball up to the left. Looks for the post player. Iflal looking to post it up. Goes to the shot, misses it. Rebounded. Ball's out of... Okay, Gateway gets it back. Another drive in. Misses. Gateway getting the rebounds now and just loses control of it. Ball goes back to St. Peter's.
For me, still CJ, St. Peter's College is on top of the rebounding factor. They've done really well. And the defensive aspect of the game, St. Peter's College is dominating it. They've been closing those driving lanes. They've anticipated those shots very rightly. That's exactly the reason why Gateway College is behind by 7 points in this game. It's important that Gateway College opts for different strategies in their offense. Drives in Gateway College. It's a travelling violation. Referee Tusite Atigamana calls it. So another wasted possession for Gateway College.
Second travelling violation in a row right now. From both sides, 3-pointer. Lands it in. Hamad's on target right now.
Home court advantage on top for St. Peter's College.
And that is the end of the first quarter with St. Peter's leading the game 20 points to 10.
It's been an interesting quarter, interesting start for St. Peter's. They led the game 7 points to 0 with 3.5 minutes at the start. And from that point onwards, they were just right on the money. driving, taking shots outside the perimeter, while Gateway College, they were really behind in the offensive factors. They were not really getting it out there. And after these 2 minutes, it'll be interesting to see what Tosita Fernando changes in the offensive strategies for Gateway.
Yes, and Gateway also has to make sure that St. Peter's does not run away with this game. They need to make some defensive plays and start scoring from the other end if they are to win this game. However, St. Peter's looks in good form right now. I hope they don't just throw it away like they did yesterday when they played against Royal Institute. It's 10 points, that's difference.
A quick reminder to all our viewers, the photographs and videos published on the ThePapare.com Facebook page are available for purchase at reasonable rates. For more info, you can email to info@thepapare.com, or you can call our hotline 0777-822-777, the number on your screen right now. And of course, these match videos are available for purchase if you wish to keep these memories with you forever. ThePapare.com is a place where you can get it all. Simply email us info@thepapare.com or call our hotline 0777-822-777.
That's the bell right now. It's the end of the break. The second quarter on, about to begin now. Interesting to see what sort of tactics both teams are going to dish out during this second quarter now.
For me, I think St. Peter shouldn't then change their defensive strategy. So probably Silva will stick on with that. That has been working really, really well for them. They've been on the top. But for Gateway College, they need to come up with a different strategy. Maybe try some more shots outside the perimeter, or maybe use more screens. Maybe do a high post play. Let's see what it's up. St. Peter's College in position. Manish sends it to the high post, back outside the perimeter. Adam tries to drive in. Good defense by Gateway College. Takes a shot outside the perimeter. A little more power. And it should have been at 23-10. But unfortunately, it is still stuck at 20-10.
Gateway is going to bring the ball up front. It looks like they're going to run an isolation. No, next a screen. Weak screen. Shot way off target and off balance. Miritesh is going to try another one. Misses it again. Gateway on the rush now. Hamad takes a shot from out. Gutters it. And the ball's loose. The ball will eventually go out. And Gateway will regain possession. Miritesh needs to control those shots and not just throw away position like that. Little Akindu drives in, and I'm not quite sure what that call was, Lelum.
Booting, knocking the ball off the foot. Some tight calls made by the referees. You did mention that there were some controversial calls during the semi-final stage, CJ.
Yes, there were quite a few controversial calls, not only in the semi-finals, but I also saw it in the quarterfinals as well, where a lot of traveling violations were not spotted by the referees, and also the 3 seconds and the 5-second violation being called out against Gateway College. Just giving away position when they're already trailing by 10 points.
There you go. If you look the replay, look at the defensive strategy of St. Peter's College, man to man. And a 3-second violation. Beautiful defensive strategy once again by St. Peter's College. Brings the high post up, goes for the shot, and it goes in. So first points for St. Peter's in the second quarter, 22-10. They are leading this game comfortably with a 12-point lead. That was an easy play for St. Peter's, while Gateway College is trying everything within them to get a shot, and finally they do. So 12-22.
Finally, 2 points coming off for Gateway College. With Miritesh driving to the baseline, but now Hamad takes a shot from out, misses it. Young Akindu gets the ball and gives it away to St. Peter's. Rebounds, misses, and draws the foul.
2 shots is the referee's call, so St. Peter's will be on the line for a couple of free throws. It was a good pass from outside the perimeter to inside into the baseline. Drawing the foul. First shot swished in. 23-12.
You can see in the background there, Hiran, the ThePapare.com's photographer Hiran Virakodi, capturing some beautiful shots.
So misses the second free throw. Score will remain at 23-12 while Gateway tries to get another shot in. Goes through the left-hand side. Manages to get it in. 14-23. So important points these are for Gateway College. St. Peter's College in possession now.
The deficit now 9 points now. Gateway slowly inching back into the game. And the rebound has been... And the offensive rebound there by Peters. Shot from outside, misses it, off target. He had a wide open shot, unfortunately not able to make it. And St. Peter's, Hamad with the drive in, passes it in. Trying to get these lanes. St. Peter's shots all over the place right now. Unfortunately, Gateway on the charge now. Tarin drives in, draws in the foul and misses it. Excellent play there by Gateway. Hustling the game right now. Trying to make St. Peter's make mistakes.
Gateway College on the line for a couple of free throws. Misses the first one. Referee says we will not count the first shot because St. Peter's is not ready with the defensive rebounds. So the first attempt misses it. Pretty lazy. You know, you can't do that. These free throws are very important, especially when you're trailing the game. Gets 1 in, so score moves up to 15-23.
Yeah, the first shot looked very lethargic right there. It's like he didn't want it to go in. Excellent pass inside into the key. Misses the shot, however. Gateway with the rebound. They're going to pick the ball up. Tarin looking to control. Looking for Miritesh really. Miritesh has been blocked off. Tarin goes for the shot from the high post. Misses it. Rebound. Drives in. Misses another one. St. Peter's with the rebound. They're on the charge now. Excellent drive in and he lays it in. Beautiful play there by St. Peter's. Keeping their head in the game, making sure they can extend the lead, which has now gone back to 10 points. And a steal there by number 10. And he misses it. Unfortunate there.
Arjit Adam, very disappointed. And another fast break opportunity for Gateway College. Missed it, but they will retain the ball with them. Looking for options, gets it back to the point guard position. Now tries to drive in. Goes through a couple of players, and of course, yes, that is going to be a traveling violation.
Young Miritesh thinking he's playing at the NBA.
Quite a lot of steps. Very, very. So it's a timeout. Another timeout called with this heat, of course. Yes, players will need a break, and good calls from both the coaches. 15-25, a 10-point gap.
Still nothing changed from the first quarter break. 10 points is all that separates the two teams.
I did say it's very important that the lead that the team gets in the first quarter, they will make sure that they bank it on. That's something that they will use throughout the game. So it's very important they got get into a really good start and capitalize from that point onwards. 15-25 is the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. If you're joining from anywhere around the globe, it's www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. And we are bringing you the live action of this under 15 All Island Basketball Championship.
St. Peter's College has also produced some excellent basketball players throughout the recent past, notably Shenal Dias, who's also represented Sri Lanka in rugby.
A lot actually. Sudesh Ahmed, who is also a member of the 3x3 World Cup pool that is selected. That was rather announced recently. Then there is a lot more players that have been produced by St. Peter's to the national stage. Really good pass inside. But I think he should have opted that shot a little more sooner than that. But he managed to draw a foul, so
maybe that was his intention. Maybe he wanted to draw the foul, like take the contact and make the shot as well.
Gets the first one in, so it's a good foul. 24-15, score moves up by a point. Second one also goes in, so it's a good foul. A favorable foul for St. Peter's College. 26-15, 5 minutes on the clock. Back to Adam, looking for option, sends it to Manish. Outside the perimeter, bangs in.
Excellent shot there by Hamad. St. Peter's going for a man-to-man. Oh no, they are actually playing a full court man press on Mirtesh there, making sure he never gets the ball.
Good pass out onto the front and a really good block. But very unfortunate the fact that Gateway College did not have rebound. That St. Peter's College still has the ball, so that all the effort that they put in cutting off that fast break effort goes in vain, because St. Peter's College still has the ball. They're still trying shots outside the perimeter. Now only Gateway College rebounded it. Good defense here, pressing them full court. Long range effort and gets it in. Important points. 18-29.
Yes, this is the reason why they were trying to block off Mirtesh from getting the ball, especially when he makes shots like those. And ball lost like St. Peter's. From St. Peter's, Mirtesh on the charge. 2 versus 2. Tries to make the pass to Tarin. And it's been tapped out by St. Peter's. I think it should have been St. Peter's ball really. Tarin, I think, had the last touch on that. However, the referee's call is the final call. There's nothing we can do from up here. Tarin passes it out to number 25. 25. Ritesh takes the shot from out. Blocked. Ball will go out and St. Peter's will regain possession. The lead timeout has been called by St. Peter's, with the lead now 11 points. This is 1 point difference. I mean, 1 point from where they've left off things, really.
St. Peter's College dominating this game right from the traditional jumbo start. They lead this game at a point 7-0 with 3.5 minutes inside the 4 minutes of the first quarter. And also speaking about Swishing the Nets, Sri Lanka's first ever basketball talk show. Swishing the Nets takes you around the local and international basketball arena. You can catch it every week, where we bring you the basketball news in Sri Lanka, basketball news from NBA, and then we are featuring a player every week. Then we invite you to comment all your criticisms and suggestions about basketball on the show, and what we can, we will take on to the authorities and bring the answers back to you. We feature your comments. So a lot of stuff happening on this Sri Lanka's first ever basketball talk show, Swishing the Nets. You can simply log on to www.thepapare.com and you can watch the latest episode, in fact, where we have an interview with Coach Susilo Dukumbura from Sri Lanka Air Force, where Sri Lanka Air Force became double champs in 2 months. They won the senior nationals and then the recently concluded Herbert Cup as well. So you can tune in to log on to www.thepapare.com and know the winning formula of Sri Lanka Air Force if you watch the latest special edition episode of Swishing the Net, Sri Lanka's first ever basketball talk show.
St. Peter's now bringing the ball up. Looks like they're going to switch gears right now. Ball's moving off the court, misses the shot, rebounds. misses it. St. Peter's, will they get the offensive rebound again? No, they won't. Oh yes, they will actually. They will got the ball back. It's good. It's good offense there by St. Peter's, making sure that they get the rebounds as well, which is key to the lead that they have right now.
Adam sends the pass in. A double team defense outside the perimeter. A lot of space. Takes the shot. Goes in. Easy pickings for St. Peter's College. 31-18.
St. Peter's, they get the ball back again. Misses the shot, rebound, sends it out. Ahmad looking for a pass. Shot clock, last 5 seconds. Gateway gets the ball back. Good defense. Ritesh sends the ball wide to Tarin. Tarin's going to try and drive through, loses control. And indeed, he loses control. The ball will go back to St. Peter's.
It's very tough to drive through a lot of defensive players. There you go, a lot of defensive players harping around him, trying to get a inch on that ball. St. Peter's College wins the battle eventually. They have the ball. They are in the offense. Outside the perimeter, Adam tries his luck, fails straight onto the hands of the opposing side. Gateway College with the ball now. Gateway College will have the ball. It's a clear foul, an offensive one.
It's just too many screens out there right now for Gateway. There's just no support play.
And also, they're not using the screens properly. If you have a screen, maybe you drive off, maybe do the pick and roll, but nothing happens on the screen. Just for the name of the screen, screens are coming, but nothing really happens.
Right now with the screens is just that they're bringing all the defensive players close to the ball and applying more pressure on the ball handler.
But still, nothing seems to change because the rest of the offensive factors, when a screen comes, it's not happening from Gateway College. Still. St. Peter's College is on top. Another fast break opportunity. Goes for the shot. Misses it. Rebounded by St. Peter's. Second attempt. Inside the nets.
Gateway College just giving away position right now to St. Peter's. There's just no... They just seem like that the air has been knocked out of them right now. And they have no will to actually try and win this.
It's an offensive foul call on Gateway College. Unfortunate, loses possession. And a timeout. There's a bit of confusion. Solved. Coach himself, Siva Shakti Selvaraj, saying that he asked a timeout earlier, but he didn't get it. He's complaining. But well, hey, you have the timeout now. Is what the scorer said. But it's very important that you get the timeout at the right time you ask for it, because timeouts are often used to break off the momentum of the other side, to give some rest to your players, make sure that they are revamped with energy when they go out. There's another 1.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter, just before half time. 18-33 is the scoreline. St. Peter's College, the hosting team, using their home advantage, using their talents and skills, leading this game. They dominated from the word go, from the traditional jump ball start. Gateway College have seemed to lose the plot. They need to revamp their strategies. They need to come up with a better team performance, a better offensive performance, of course. And of course, they need to also make sure they grab those rebounds. A lot of second chance attempts are inside that score line of St. Peter's College.
Yes, and Gateway College, well, they have given away a huge lead right now to St. Peter's. And honestly, I don't see them coming back from this at all. I don't.
You don't? That's a bet?
Yes.
Is that a bet?
Yeah, I will bet I will just bet on that.
All right. We have 2 more quarters. That's 20 minutes of gameplay remaining. And you say Gateway College is not going to bounce back.
Well, from what I've seen right throughout this tournament, I think they will not.
They will not, is the call.
Yes.
All right, let's wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. So, CJ's prediction is that Gateway College will not bounce back. 18-33. We have 2 more quarters remaining after the halftime. That's 20 minutes of gameplay. will CJ be right or wrong is what we will know at the end of gameplay.
Join the conversation with the hashtag CJ is wrong or CJ is right on ThePapare.com.
33-18, St. Peter's College leading the game quite comfortably at the moment.
The sun seems to be setting down now. The heat also reducing. Hopefully it will be good conditions for the final, which is coming up right after this game between St. Joseph's College and Royal Institute.
It'll of course be a crack of a game. You need to watch it. St. Joseph's really performed really well during the group stages. And of course, Royal Institute Colombo, surprising win against St. Peter's College yesterday. They are the surprise package in this tournament. Good pass, but I think it's bad team positioning from the other end. It's a good pass.
Mitesh driving in, misses it. Akindu gets the rebound. Sends it over to Tarin. Another shot, and it's been. There was a Peter right hand on that. Hamad bringing the ball, controlling it, manages to get through the initial traffic.
Looking for options here, St. Peter's College. High post in and tries a shot, goes in. So first points after the break, 35-18.
I don't know if you noticed this, Lalum, but I just saw a little glimpse of the gateway defense, and Miritesh actually had his hands on his hips while defending, which is like he didn't want to apply pressure. And that is how St. Peter's are able to send those passes in and get those easy buckets.
Well, it's been a bad approach to the game by Gateway College. Misses the shot. Rebound is for the Gateway College boys, but the ball is stolen by Adam. Back at the pit rights. Back to Adam. Rotating. Good passing here by St. Peter's College, waiting for that defense to do a mistake. But unfortunately, they don't get the shot in. So Gateway College upping the pace of the game. A beautiful pass. And very valuable points right at the end of the second quarter as they go into halftime. 20-35, but a 15-point comfortable lead for St. Peter's College.
15 points, that is all that separates these two teams. Will Gateway College be able to cut down that lead and take away this game, or will my prediction be right and St. Peter's running away with it? So we'll be back after the halftime break. So please stay tuned.
Indeed, stay tuned. We'll be back, but before wrapping things up for the first half, we got to see the scoreline. 35-20 is what we were talking about. St. Peter's College, a 15-point comfortable lead. And of course, as CJ predicted, will Gateway College bounce back or not? Will Gateway College remain at the same position? You can witness the action. 20 minutes of gameplay remaining in this game. We'll be right back.
My bad.
You follow Sri Lankan sports, obviously, even while you're traveling. How do you do that?
Well, I follow. I always keep an eye on the cricket. I know the match is starting in a few more minutes. And the internet is a great way to do it. And, initiatives like ThePapare.com, and it gives us so much information, excellent access, excellent insight. And I've noticed now that, I played the game. There are a huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than, we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to, reading about the game and so I think the ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So, congratulations and well done to the ThePapare.com, because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world to have a deep insight, an intricate look into sports, and also follow live scores, results, and news, that's an ideal way.
Well, you're at the right place, sharing the passion here with Kumar Sangakkara. Kumar, thanks very much for joining us here.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
Second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින්. රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
What's happening here? The transfer.
The Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
You follow Sri Lankan sports, obviously, even while you're traveling. How do you do that?
Well, I follow. I always keep an eye on the cricket. I know the match is starting in a few more minutes, and the internet is a great way to do it. And initiatives like ThePapare.com, and it gives us so much information, excellent access, excellent insights. And I've noticed now that I played the game. There are a huge amount of cricket fans out there. They look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than, we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to, reading about the game and so I think the ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So, congratulations and well done to the ThePapare.com, because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world to have a deep insight, an intricate look into sports, and also follow live scores, results, and news, that's an ideal way.
Well, you're at the right place, sharing the passion here with Kumar Sangakkara. Kumar, thanks very much for joining us here.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the live coverage of the third place playoff between St. Peter's College and Gateway College at the St. Peter's basketball court. Right now, the score line reading 35 points to 20 in favor of St. Peter's College. And during the first half, we did see a few excellent plays here by St. Peter's College, especially on the defensive end. And they were able to control the board really with the offensive and defensive rebounds, and that is how they were able to manage to hold on to this lead. And speaking about around the wickets, catch all the news, updates and analysis on Around the Wickets, where Roshan Abesinghe takes you through everything about Sri Lanka's cricket. You can see the players making final warm-ups during the halftime break, trying to get their shots and keep in touch with the momentum that they have got from the first half of the game. It's a sweltering hot day today, where both teams have been, they had to hydrate a lot. The coaches call in frequent timeouts just to make sure that their players are fit. You can see on the screen right now, Gateway College final huddle before the commencement of the second half. It'll be interesting to see what game plan that Tarindu Fernando, the coach of Gateway College, has put into motion here. Will we see Gateway College make a comeback? Gateway College playing -2 of their players who are currently in duty for the football zonals that are happening. And joining me again in the commentary box will be Lelum. So Lelum, what do you think about the first half?
Well, first half has been without a doubt dominated by the hosting team, St. Peter's College. They've managed to do everything right: defense, offense, rebounds, you name it. Every aspect, every technical aspect of the game has been done right by the Peterites. So it will be an interesting half. It will be rather an interesting quarter of 10 minutes to see how Gateway will adapt to this game situation, how they will revamp and change their strategies, their offensive strategies. St. Peter's with the ball. Sends it right down to the corner. Opposite, a 3-point shot goes in. So first points on the board for St. Peter's College right at the start.
And a violation has been called in by the referee. Not quite sure what it is. Position back to St. Peter's. The pressure has been applied there by Gateway, trying to get possession of the ball again. Peters able to get rid of it, passes the ball in, sends it back out again. There's a lot of movement on the ball right now, just passing it around. Excellent motion play by St. Peter's. Shot from outside, misses it, rebound. Gateway has the ball. Mirtesh bringing the ball up. Tries the shot from outside, hits the gutter, misses. Tarin with the rebound, sends it back out, but no, intercepted by Peters. And he misses the left, rebounded again, and he banks it in.
That's the advantage of having a good rebound. When you miss the first opportunity, there you go, that's the replay. Goes for the fast break, completely missed it. Rebound comes right behind him and gets the point. So beautiful play laid out by the Peterites.
Violation being called again by the referee. Traveling violation by the Peterite player. Full court man-to-man, is it? No, it's just the same old defensive strategy of isolating Mirtesh.
Well, that seemed to have been worked for St. Peter, so they will not opt to change it.
However, Gateway is going with the full court press. Passes it out, Mirtesh pumps it, misses it. Blocking foul committed there by Gateway College. St. Peter's with the ball, long shot from outside, misses it, falls short. Rebounded by Gateway. Traveling violation being called by the referee. So St. Peter's will get out of the jail and will regain position. Number 10 with the shot, 3-point shot, misses it. Rebounded. Gateway bringing the ball up. Mirtesh takes contact, tries to make the shot, misses it. Again, Gateway with the ball. Hamad lays it in. Excellent set of play there by St. Peter's College on defense. Gateway get the ball. Timeout has been called by Tarindu. As you can see on the replay, there was a backcourt violation. Okay, there was no timeout. St. Peter's gets the ball. Sends it back out. Drive in from the middle. Takes contact. Draws in the foul. Will go to the line for 2 shots. Excellent offensive move there by St. Peter's. Making sure, trying to put the Gateway players into foul problems. Misses the second free throw. However, St. Peter's College will regain position. 23-point lead for St. Peter's College, with the scoreline reading 43 points to 20, with 7.5 minutes on the clock in the third quarter. Mirtesh bringing the ball up, 2 versus 3 situation. Mirtesh trying a very unwanted shot, really. St. Peter's College still in control of the game. Haven't really given much space for the Gateway players to maneuver. And another traveling violation. Frustration been shown on the players of Gateway College. Another foul. Number 2, Akindu. A string of errors from both sides now. Another traveling violation.
Well, it won't affect the St. Peter's College side a lot. They have a very comfortable lead in their hand. But you cannot make a lot of errors as well. because basketball is a game that can change quickly. Leads could be swept in between very, very soon. Drives in St. Peter's College, opts to the shot, misses it, rebounded by Gateway College. They are on a fast break situation. And very poor ball handling by Gateway College. Back to St. Peter's College. A quick transition of play and a very good layup. There you go. That's the replay. Very poor ball handling by Gateway College. Should be disappointed. And very good layup by St. Peter's College. Score moves on to 45-20. Easy pickings for St. Peter's College.
St. Peter's Gateway College needs to play as a team right there. The earlier position that they lost, Miritesh, it was a 2-on-1 situation, and Miritesh obviously opted to go for glory instead of trying to make that pass. A lot of confusion on the court as to who's going to stay in and who's going to go out.
Communication errors. St. Peter's College with the ball. Sends it to the post. Grabs it back in. Free shot. Misses it. Good follow through, but unfortunately the shot didn't go in. 20:45. 5 minutes remaining in the clock to close down the third quarter.
Number 11 with the ball, struggling to keep position. Gets the ball back in. And he draws in the foul. Gateway College does everything right, but the execution is the only problem that they have right now.
Well, yes, they need to stick to their basics. A lot of ball handling errors, a lot of passing errors. A lot of communication errors between the between the players in the offensive strategies, even though they get that point in.
Miritesh again from way outside, managed to bank in the 3-point shot. Most substitutions been made by St. Peter's.
It's been a bad quarter so far for Gateway College. They have 4.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Remaining in this third quarter, they have not really done anything to get out of their misery position. St. Peter's College is leading this game still with 20+ points. If this continues for the next 4.5 minutes, the final quarter will not be enough for Gateway College to catch up.
Gateway College needs to capitalize on those free throws. They need to put them in. And Heshan Samarkun missing both of those free throws. Tries one out from way outside, misses it. Gateway gets the rebound. Tarin controlling the ball. He's going to drive into the middle. Takes a shot. Way off target. And that'll go out. St. Peter's will regain position. Tarin steals the ball but gives it away again. Excellent play there by St. Peter's, finding the open man right underneath the basket for an easy lane.
St. Peter's have always been doing their passing right. It's been a good passing game. They've been passing through all the players, waiting for the defense to do a mistake and then capitalizing on it and driving through the free lanes. That's what St. Peter's have been doing so far. and it's been working really well for them.
On the flip side, Gateway College is very dependent on individual skills and not really stringing those together into a team performance, really.
Another travelling violation for Gateway. Very unfortunate. A lot of travelling violations called today during the gameplay for Gateway College, and that has halted many offensive positions of them. And another really good pass there by St. Peter's College. The players exactly know where the rest of their colleagues are at in the court. Good, really good communication skills. That just shows us one thing, CJ. They've been practicing these match situations so much prior to this game. And that's the exact reason why they're so thorough on where the players are. Whereas Gateway, they're scattered all around the court. They really don't know where the players are. They really don't know where to put the passes.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to actually visit these teams while they were practicing. And St. Peter's College, they practiced with the seniors, really. Whereas the Gateway College lads were really chilled out during their practice sessions. Just, just playing, just shooting some hoops with music in the background, just like you would see in those movies. Ritesh tries a shot from out and gets it in.
So 3 important points for Gateway. Score moves up 26-47. Final 3 minutes in operation of the third quarter.
Gateway really needs to just stop throwing the ball away.
Rebounded well by St. Peter's College in the fast break. Knocks off a boot. Back onto St. Peter's College. Pump fakes. Ample of space for them to work through. There you go. That's the passing game that I was talking about. And they are on point with the rebounds as well. And that's a clear foul. Good call by referee Tusita.
And the body language says it all for Gateway College right now, with hands on their knees, looking very disheartened right now. On the other hand, St. Peter's, they're up to the challenge right now. They just want to extend their lead and win this convincingly. Another traveling violation. For those of you who don't know what a traveling violation is, it is, well, in basketball you're only allowed to take 2 steps after stopping the dribble, whereas in this case they were taking 3 steps. Ritesh, it's a 2-on-1 situation. Man, this time decides to send the ball back out, but Akindu Kalapati misses it. And St. Peter's, with the fast break, they too missed their shot. Goes out of bounds. Gateway will regain possession. Akin to send in the ball out to Tarin. Tarin decides to go for a 3-pointer. Misses it. However, regained again by Gateway College. They need to settle down. Murtesh takes a shot from out. Gutters it. Shot clock being reset. Tarin drives in and just manages to teardrop that. The lead now 11 points. Sorry, 21 points.
Final minute in action of the third quarter. Ball with the Peterites. Taking their time. They're leading this game, so no pressure. Shot from outside, misses, collects the rebound quite comfortably. Once again onto open space and a really good pass. But the collection was not the best. But they can afford a little mistake here and there. They're leading this game by 21 points quite comfortably, and Gateway doesn't seem that they're going to make a way back with a lot of mistakes. A very lazy shot, not something that you can expect from a team that is trailing. Back to St. Peter's College. A good block, nevertheless, the shot goes in. Important points for St. Peter's College, 49-26. And there goes the whistle, end of the third quarter. St. Peter's College leads this game 49-26, and it's been a disappointing quarter for Gateway CJ. They've not really done anything after that halftime break. I don't think they revamped their strategies as well. They seem to be all scattered up. There is no clear plan on as to where to put the passes, or rather where should they be in the defensive positions. The rebounds are not coming in, whereas St. Peter's College, they seems to have got everything going right on their way.
You can see in the dugout there, the players on the gateway dugout is so well. They don't seem to be encouraged anymore. Even the coach is just casually just giving them just final small advice here and there. Whereas the gateway, when it comes to the St. Peter's dugout there, it looks very active really. They want to extend this lead, and maybe they're aiming for like a 30-point win. Well, you can only expect more. Coach Silva only can expect more from his players. He never expects anything less from them. It's only perfection. The heat slowly receding. We might see we will see a really good matchup next, which is the grand final of the Under-15 All-Ireland Basketball Championship between St. Joseph's College and Royal Institute.
Of course, inviting you to stay tuned on ThePapare.com, as we will bring you the live action from that match as well. The grand finale of this Under-15 All-Ireland Basketball Championship. St. Joseph's College Colombo 10 taking on Royal Institute of Colombo. Royal Institute defeated St. Peter's College yesterday in the second semi-final, while St. Joseph's College defeated Gateway College in the first semi-final, which was played yesterday. And a quick reminder about the ThePapare platform, where you can catch all the action of the sporting events of the small people, or rather the younger generation of Sri Lanka, where we believe and we give importance for them, because they will be taking on the center stage in the future of Sri Lanka. So we believe that they should be given the spotlight, so you can catch all the news easily on ThePapare. And also a quick reminder, all the photo albums of these Under-15 All-Ireland Basketball Championship, the zonals, everything is on the ThePapare Facebook page. You can simply go there, catch it all, and the detailed articles on the ThePapare section of the ThePapare.com site. Only on ThePapare.com, Sri Lanka's first #1 sports hub.
St. Peter's, Hamad trying from the 3-point line, misses it. And another handling error there by Gateway College, gifting position back to St. Peter's. So the fourth quarter here, 28 points to 51 in favor of St. Peter's College.
If you take it in seconds, it's the final 600 seconds in play. A lot of open area to drive in for St. Peter's College, and they will use it at ease. That's the replay. Look at that lane, look at that free lane. Really good play by St. Peter's College. Fakes him, does the crossover, switches the lanes, switches the side, an easy shot. 28-53.
Akindu Gunawardena trying the shot from out, misses it. Number 24. Akindu is also the captain of Gateway College Under-13. Playing with the seniors of the Under-15 team. He has a bright future ahead of him, really. Trying to get the ball inbound, but getting clustered there at the corner. And Mirutesh loses control of it. Really poor pass there down to his legs.
Should have sent that pass a little bit up. It was a little bit down low to collect. A foul in favor of Gateway College. A reaching foul for St. Peter's awarded.
Again, position lost. Manish going in for the drive in, misses it. Rebounded, however, and easily laid in. It's turning out to be a one-sided affair, this game. As much as I don't like saying it, Gateway College is trailing 30 points to 55.
So Hash, CJ is right, is it?
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately for me, fortunately for you.
Unfortunately for me, because I don't know, for some reason I was expecting this to be a very tightly contested game, really, but I wasn't expecting Gateway College to go down this easily.
Final 6 minutes in play, 30-55 is the scoreline. St. Peter's College leading this game quite comfortably, very comfortably to be precise. Their passing is the trick. They've passed the ball to all the 5 players in the court. They've managed to create gaps and lapses in their defense and then just outsmarted the Gateway boys in every aspect. Another long-range effort from Gateway College, completely misses it, rebounded by St. Peter's College, looking for options.
Mitesh missing that pass, overlooking that pass to Tarin, who was probably placed in that high post there. Blocked shot, will go out of bounds. St. Peter's will regain possession. An easy pass, and he will score it. This has been the story of the whole game, really. St. Peter's College just getting these easy opportunities, and they're able to capitalize on it and converting them to points. And Tarin just managed to get that rebound, fight for that rebound, and banks it in for 2 more. Blocking foul on number 1, Gateway College. I like how that gesture he made to the referee, like as though he never touched him.
Well, it's all happening out there. Ball back on St. Peter's, goes to the shot, misses it. Rebound is good. Rebounds has been really good for St. Peter's College throughout this game. They still have the ball and a beautiful pass inside, another pass, but unfortunately it's called for a 3-second violation inside the D. That's very unfortunate. It was a good passing shown by the Peterites. That time the long range effort is good. 35-55.
Gateway College just managing to score here and there, but not making it consistent, really. So now Mirtesh brings the ball up. St. Peter's College still leading the game 57 points to 35 with just 4.5 minutes on the clock this 4th quarter of the 3rd place playoff of the boys under 15 All Ireland Championship.
And of course, a quick reminder, right after this game, the final will also be live telecasted on ThePapare.com. St. Joseph's College will take on Royal Institute Colombo. So do stay locked. Shot is good for St. Peter's College. 2 more points onto their scorecard. 59 35. Gateway College once again making a mess of it. Goes in. Maybe he should have tried those shots during the second quarter or at the start of the third quarter to cut down the lead. And then, of course, Gateway would have been in a really, really good position.
Of course, he did try those shots in the second and third quarter. But
the
they were not.
difference was they didn't switch the nets, but this time they went in. Unfortunate, very unfortunate.
However, that doesn't change the scoreline. Still 21 points in favor of St. Peter's College.
Well, that has been the key for St. Peter's. They've been consistent in their scoring. They've kept on the momentum. They've been taking the scoreboard in every possible offensive possession, whereas Gateway College have been leaking too much points, and they've not been taking the scoreboard as well. They've not have had any momentum, no consistency whatsoever. And those are the exact reasons why there's such a huge gap in the scoreboard on the top left-hand corner of your screen. 38-59 with 3 minutes remaining in this game.
Although all due credit has to be given to Gateway College in the recent past in the tournaments. They have been coming out with great performances, not only the boys but also with the girls. The girls team, of course, will not be participating in this time's All-Ireland Championship. Whereas the under-19 girls team did fairly well in the previous tournaments, especially in the last year's International tournament, where they were placed runners-up, just falling short against Lyceum Vattala. The body language of Gateway College says it all. Hands on the hips. It's never a good sign when you're a sportsman or even a spectator of a team. If you're a fan of the team that you're supporting.
Indeed, very right, very rightly mentioned. Never a good sign. A bit of confusion on where to begin the game from which side to begin. Changing the sides. Still, St. Peter's will have the ball, so no difference. A full court press by Gateway College. Since a long pass in, goes to the shot, gets it in, easy points. 61 now for St. Peter's College.
Ritesh losing control of the ball. Excellent fast break. Foul, and he will go to the line for one shot. Excellent play there by St. Peter's College.
It's an and one opportunity with the fast break, getting that in, and now he has a chance to get 3 points with that possession if he can convert this particular free throw attempt. He does. So 64 points to 38.
Akindo Gunawardena tries to take the shot. Drop shot, but does get the rebound. Seeing Gateway College playing a little bit of piggy in the middle. Ritesh goes for the shot and he misses it. Way off target. Just under 3 minutes remaining on the clock. St. Peter's College leading the game, 64 points to 38. Akindo Gunawardena gets the ball, passes it out to Ritesh. Drives in, tries a windmill and misses. Manesh driving in on the fast break, decides against it. A bit of 1-2 between him and Hamad. Manesh manages to get the foul. However, Coach Selva is not impressed with Manesh for some reason.
Well, he has been a good player. He's been a good team player throughout this game. He's been doing his designated role, controlling the game really well, together with Hamad. He is the point guard for St. Peter's College. Another shot from outside the perimeter, missed it. But well, the ball is with St. Peter's College because the rebound was good. Another shot at the bell for the shot clock, but completely misses it, so shot clock violation. Gateway College will have possession. 2 minutes remaining on the clock. 38-64, so St. Peter's will be booking the third place of this under-15 All-Ireland Basketball Championship with a crack of a performance against Gateway College. Gateway College approach to this game has not been the best. St. Peter's College scores another one. 66 points now.
Mirtesh manages to convert that lazy looking shot into 2 points there. As you can see, if you didn't notice that, the Peter right play just given a small shoulder charge, a little bit of unwanted play. However, this game has been played in a true spirit of sportsmanship by both schools.
Final minute in action here in the third place playoff of the under-15 All-Ireland Basketball Championship 2017. Gateway College in possession, goes to the shot, misses it completely, draws a foul. That's the replay, tries to go through but gets it passed outside to the high post. On the line for a couple of free throws in these dying minutes of the game. One more shot remaining. In the background, Hiran Virakuri, the photographer from ThePapare.com, clicking all the beautiful captures for you. You can catch the album on the ThePapare Facebook page tonight and see how these teams were in action if you miss the live stream or if you miss reading our articles. But also reminding you the detailed match report will also be up on ThePapare.com. A long-range effort, meanwhile, by Gateway College. Misses it completely. Second attempt, back-to-back long-range efforts. Waste. Gone wasted. 30 seconds on the clock. Precisely.
It's just 30 seconds on the clock. Timeout has been called. You would expect Coach Silva to instruct his players to waste the time away, or he might just substitute and put in all the second string side to at least experience a little bit part of the win that they have got today.
Well, you have to wait and see how it goes. We never know what the coach is up to, but maybe he will keep the 5 players who are playing in the court for the remaining 30 seconds as well. Those 5 players, of course, have been doing the task. Yep, yes. No substitutions made.
Yes, and just as I expected, the second string team to come and experience the last 30 seconds of the game. Of course, this is the future of St. Peter's under 15 basketball.
Well, not just under 15. Going all the way up to under 20. Now it's under 20, not under 19. 19 seconds. 42-66. Comfortable lead for St. Peter's College.
Speaking of under 20, so does that mean the players who played last year under 19 can play?
Well, they do say it's under 20, but it has not been officially communicated to us. They're on the working. Well, let's wait and see how it happens. 66-42 with 17 seconds remaining on the clock. Gateway College with the ball, probably the final possession for them.
So you can see a little bit of shake on the head by Minitesh. But Gateway College has no one else to blame but themselves. They just didn't step up to the game today.
Well, it has been their approach. They were never near the game. Their offense was scattered. Their defense was awful. Well, then these free throws, even though the free throws during these dying minutes, rather the dying seconds, swishes the nets, the most important free throws were not in. They didn't make those important shots. So it's just themselves they have to blame for. And another timeout with 11 seconds remaining.
However, on the other side, St. Peter's College, their decision making has been really good on spot today, compared to the game yesterday. Today was a totally different side that we're seeing today. Happy faces in the St. Peter's bench.
Of course, a little bit smiling coach.
You don't see that. You don't see that a lot.
There go the spectators gearing themselves up for that all-important finale. That's the Josephian team on the background. That's Coach Roshan Randima there, the coach for St. Joseph's College. A star coach, no doubt about that, a star national player. He's also in the 3x3 World Cup pool that will be touring France in June for the 3x3 World Cup representing Sri Lanka. St. Joseph's College versus Royal Institute Colombo will surely be a cracker of a game. If Royal Institute Colombo decides to play basketball the way they played yesterday against the Petrites in the second semi-final. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, there you go, 6, 5, 4, 3, and the clock stops as the ball goes out of bounds. 44-66, 3 seconds, ball with St. Peter's. And that's the final shot. Yes, the whistle goes off. 44-66 will wrap things up for the third place playoff. St. Peter's College winners and booking the third place at the Under-15 All-Ireland Basketball Championship with a brilliant performance of basketball. Gateway College, of course, they lost the plot early in the game. They didn't get on to a good start and they were never in the game. And that's the exact reason why 66-44 the score line is there. There you go. Both the teams lining up for the handshakes right after the game. That's the final score, 44-66. Full time here. St. Peter's College books the third place of the Under-15 All-Ireland Basketball Championship, and inviting you to stay logged as we will be bringing the action of the finale right after this. St. Joseph's College taking on Royal Institute Colombo of the final of the Boys All-Ireland A Division Under-15 Basketball Championship 2017. Thank you very much for joining with us. And until we meet you once again, my name is Lelumem together with CJ. Keep sharing the passion together with us.